It's day 61. I'm going to try and sit in the light a little bit after yesterday's epic light battle of it fading. Um, so I've had another day where I've been a bit in my head. Again, I'm off work, so I think that's taken up something. But I so I decided to Google what's the difference between bored and lonely. And the definition that it came up with was in its because I'm like, am I lonely or am I just bored? And then I was like, what is the difference? Like, I genuinely couldn't tell you. Um, so Google says that in its simplest form, loneliness is having purpose, i.e., thoughts, interests, and passions, but no one to share them with. In contrast, boredom is having people with whom to share, but lacking in the sense of satisfaction, gratification, and productivity. So I have both because I have thoughts, interests, and passions, and I have people to share them with, but they just don't coincide as often as I would like. So I still haven't got the answer that I'm looking for, which is, am I bored or am I lonely? Like, is my mind, because I found yesterday when I was, and the day before when I was making stuff and like being really creative and doing stuff for my friend's birthday, and for my friend made us some key rings and stuff to send, which I posted today. Um, when I'm doing something like that, my brain doesn't sit and dwell on things that I don't want it to. But when I'm kind of just like when I'm at the gym, I'm not really thinking about it. When I'm having my cold shower, I'm not thinking about it. When I'm like doing stuff, but I don't want to. I know I read somewhere that keeping yourself busy is not healing. So I'm trying not to, maintain a level of busyness, because then my brain is active and I don't have to think and feel, and obviously I know that that's not good for you. So I'm trying to kind of slow down, feel these emotions, try and listen to them, understand them, let them come in and out like waves. Don't sit in them, don't dwell in them, just try and observe them from outside and all these things. And I get it, but then I don't get it. So I'm having a day today where I'm like, am I bored? Am I lonely? Do I need to, if I make myself busy, which means my brain doesn't think about certain things, am I still healing? Like, I'm in a really weird frame of mind in the way I'm thinking today. I'm trying to make sure that I'm doing everything right. And although there's no right or wrong way to heal, there is, it's known that if you sink yourself into work or to keep yourself constantly busy, that you're not addressing the things and you're not healing. And so I'm kind of like, but when I'm not doing things and I'm in a state where my mind is overrun with things, and I'm like, and I start feeling, am I bored? Am I lonely? You know, how do you move forward? How do I move forward on these days where I'm like, I've got thoughts coming in, I don't know how else to heal them. Do I just sit with them and just let time make things easier? I feel like all the knowledge I had on how to kind of heal and work through this today has kind of evaporated, and I'm just stuck with more questions about, am I doing it right? Is this what healing is? Like, having to sit in these moments, these pockets of loneliness slash boredom, and to think these things. And like I'm at a stage where I'm like, how is this helping now? And I don't know whether it's just I'm in this frame of mind today. My best friend's got a pretty got a pretty tough day today. So I think energetically maybe I'm just feeling a little bit low because we haven't had our, interactions. And I hope he's okay. I know he gets as much fun from our kind of, to-ing and fro-ing, but, respectfully, today is not the day to be doing that. He is doing something quite important today. So maybe that's why I'm just in a low energy mood. I don't know. I have so many questions. Oh. Why does life not come with an instruction book? Why does life not say, or like you get to open up and you get to go, right, this is all the shit I'm going to go through in my life. Right, I know what I need to do. I know I'm going to prepare for this. Like, I know how to get out of these situations. Like, it's tough. It's really tough. And especially when you do most of it on your own. Like, I'd say 98% of my healing that I've done in my life, especially this last few months, has been on my own. And you do kind of go, am I doing it right? How do I know I'm doing it right? You can't kind of start asking yourself questions like, is now the right time to start getting out meeting people? Like yesterday I was so excited about it, and now today I'm like, because I'm questioning this, am I bored or am I lonely? Like, I don't want to meet people because I'm lonely. I want to meet people because I'm ready to start doing that. And how do I know? Unless I get out there. But then I don't want to I'm very conscious about not being, I don't want to put myself in the realm of other people if I'm not fully, it's so hard to explain. Like, I don't want to, is getting out and meeting people going to be what I need to kind of help me over this last hump of healing? Or do I need, is that disrespectful to those people that I'm kind of not using them to heal, but almost testing the water? Because what if I go and I meet some people and I realize I'm not ready? That would be really disrespectful to kind of like, I'm so confused today. I'm so confused. I just know I miss having someone to talk to. Like, it's really weird because I've never missed having a partner. Like, I've always been so independent, so self-sufficient. And this last relationship has made me realize that that is something that I do want. To have someone to, talk to about your day and have them tell you about their day and make plans, do silly things like, cooking and talking about what to do at the weekend. And I've never ever missed that. I've always been able to, like, I've never been shy about taking myself out and doing the things that I want to do. And I'm starting to realize now that I do want to start sharing those things with someone. But I just, when do you do that? Like, how do you let that happen authentically, but whilst also working towards it? I am just so full of questions today. So let's do the usual. But yeah, Google was not much help in between explaining the difference between, well, I suppose it was, but in my case, like, I have people that I could go and spend time with, and I have lots of creative creative and productive ideas and things to do, but I just, yeah, I just maybe don't want to do them on my own at the moment. Maybe that's it. It's weird. I've always, like I said, been so fiercely independent. I don't think I've ever paused to say, actually, you are missing having someone to do it. I don't think I've ever admitted that to myself. There you go. So let's see. We haven't screenshot anything today, so I know I have liked a few things. So let's go into my liked, your activity liked. Let's have a look. Okay, I think I'm gonna. There's been a few today that I've liked. I don't think any have really. Do you know what? I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna use this one. So part of this journal is to start bigging myself up and recognizing the things that are in me that I should be proud of. And whilst I am doing that, I think there are still elements of things that I still struggle with. And this came up, and I'm going to use this more for the sake of not me thinking about someone else, but me thinking about myself. So the quote is, I want to make you the kind of happy that when you lay in bed at night, you're just like, wow, who even knew this was possible? I want someone to think that about me. I'd like to think that when I meet my person, that they are going to recognize all the effort that I put into being a good person, and that they are going to appreciate that, and yeah, and like I said, lay in bed and go, who even knew this was possible? I want to be that person for someone, and I don't want to rush it. I want, I've got so many things that I need to do and focus on and keep my concentration on. And I want it to happen authentically. But if I'm just sat in my room talking to myself on my journal, saying how I want my life to change, it's not going to happen. And this isn't, I go out every day. I go to the gym. I had a walk around today. I'm not shy about, smiling and talking to strangers. So it's not like I'm spending all my time in my room like I have done in the past. There's been periods of my life where, my neighbour when I got back from South America, I really struggled, you know, being away from such an epic place that I would, you know, not leave my room for, you know, 10 days straight. Whereas now, every day I get up, I get dressed, I go out. I'm trying to put myself in situations where there's lots of people. Like I took myself out to Keynsham the other day, and I've got to, on Saturday, on Dad's birthday, I'm going to try and maybe get out somewhere. My friend who I was going to spend some time with is away with her partner, so I've got this weekend to myself. So I might take myself for a little meal and celebrate Dad's birthday on my own, which I've always done, just in a foreign country. I'll just have to do it in Bristol. But yeah, I'm not shying away. And yeah, I have no idea what the purpose of today's journal is for. I'm just questioning, am I bored? Am I lonely? I don't know. But anyway, so my learning is going to be to try and spend a bit more time and look into this a bit deeper. I also started a list of all the things that my achievements that I've done. I want to spend some time and finish doing that, and I am, before I forget. There we go. Scribbled it down so I can't forget. Want to do that. So that's my learning. My learning is to spend some more time thinking, are you bored or are you lonely? Because you need to figure that shit out. My learning is, yeah, write down my achievements, think of that. I am happy today I'm happy that my new cutie patootie top arrived. I follow someone on Instagram called Tan, and he's an absolute inspiration. Like, his story is just absolutely heartwarming, and every video he makes, it makes me smile. So he's, yeah, set up, and he sells merch now. So I've just bought some new merch from him because he was doing a little bit of sell out of the last summer stuff, and I've wanted a vest from him for ages. So I thought, before it goes into like all the winter clothes, I'll grab one of his vests in the summer sale. So that arrived today, which I was excited about. Finally having the courage to wear vests. I've always worn t-shirts, and it's crazy because I got beautiful tattoos up on my shoulder, and I'm gonna start fucking showing them off. So yeah, I'm happy that arrived. My gratitude today is for, there's a guy at the post office who is so helpful, and he wears the most epic tops. Like, when I've been in 3 days running now, one to post some bits to my friend whose birthday it is, and to another friend, one to return something to Amazon, and then today to post something to my friend in America. So, and every time I go in, he's always got these like really epic shirts on. And I said to him, I said, every day I come in and I see your shirt, I said, I love it. And he's like, there was actually a petition, like someone complained about his shirt, and he had to go through this thing with his work to be able to wear them again. And I was absolutely gobsmacked that someone would have the audacity to complain about what someone wants to wear, their choice in clothing. Like, who do they think they are? Who has the audacity to say to themselves, I'm going to go to the post office and I'm going to make a complaint about what the person is wearing? Like, you're there for a service. Providing the service is what you are expecting. Where in your tiny little brain do you feel you have the right to be, and they're not offensive, there's no swear words on them, they're just really like fun tops. Like the one he had on today was a Simpsons one, and it was just all the characters. And he had one on, one of the other ones he had on was like an ice cream one, so it had all different ice creams all over it. And then he had one the other day that was all cartoon characters, like I think it was all Marvel characters, or like superheroes or something like that. But it's really bright, and your eyes just literally go everywhere. Every time you look, you see a different, like they are packed, and I absolutely love them. What an expression of who you are. And yeah, the fact that someone had the audacity to do that. So my gratitude today is for the fact that he stood his ground and said to his employers that no, this is what I want to wear, and he's now able to wear them again. And I literally said to him, well, if you need a petition to say it should be uniform and everyone should wear them, I'm signing it. Where do I sign? And he kind of laughed. And I was like, I apologize. I was like, I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. And he's like, it's all right. People just complain about anything. And that really hit a nerve with me. And it's like, why? Why are we so eager to moan and complain? But as soon as someone wants to stand up for themselves and go, I've achieved this, or I'm proud of this, or in the case of my journal, not that I've had any hate or negative comments at all, but it's taken a lot for me to get to a stage where I'm comfortable bigging myself up. But why? Why has society made it the norm to be negative and to be down on everyone, and to, there's, what's happened to common sense? If the floor's wet, you're going to slip. If you slip, it's your own fault. People, oh, it slipped. There was no, seeing a sign is going to stop you from slipping. If you're going to slip, you're going to slip. Like a sign ain't going to stop me from slipping. Like if you're walking around with common sense, you can see the floor is wet. But yeah, it fascinated me that we live in a world now where it's easier to be sad and negative and to be down on people and to gossip and to do all those hateful things. And if someone wants to stand up and say, no, I'm proud of what I've done, I'm proud that I've survived what I've just been through, and I'm going to start loving on myself and bigging myself up and being proud of what I've achieved, suddenly you're a bad person. That's how I've felt doing this journal sometimes. Like, it's been really tough to be my own best friend and to be positive with myself and to be proud of myself and to say wonderful things about myself, because society's like, oh, they're arrogant, they're pretentious, they're they're egotistical. I'm not materialistic at all. Like I'm happy just in someone's company. I don't want anything materialistically. It's just, yeah, I'm just full of so many questions today. I know I've had a few days like this, actually. There's been a few journal days where I'm full of questions. And I love that. I love that my mind is inquisitive and it wants to learn, and it never stops wanting to explore the things that I'm thinking. Yeah, it's something else I love about me. Sorry, but I do. Because not everyone has that brain. Not everyone has that ability to kind of like question and be curious about things and, find out why. And I think that's why I like meeting new people, because it's that opportunity. Like, you've got this whole other person with a whole lifetime of things that you don't know. How exciting that is to ask them questions and find out stuff about them. But yeah. So I'm going to go, and I think I'm going to write some of my questions down. I tend to, when I can see them written down, the same as when I talk about certain stuff, I do feel better for it. I think maybe some of the questions, I need to write them down and look at them, spend some time thinking about them. So I think I'm going to do that for the rest of the evening. I can't think of anything else to do. I've got all my projects done. I've asked someone to send me some details because I want to make them some nails, so just waiting for them to get back and send that. But yeah, full of questions. Anyway, Stacey, I'm proud of you. I love your inquisitive nature. I love the fact that you try and turn everything into a positive, even the bad stuff, you know. And it's tough because you think like that when someone else has a bad thing happen to them. Not everyone wants to do that. People like dwelling in that negative space. People like having something to moan about and to gossip about and to down on other people. And you're starting to realize that that's not something you enjoy. And you're finding it harder when that happens, when you're put into that situation, how to kind of like get out of it respectfully. So you need to maybe look into that a little bit more. Yeah, stay inquisitive, question everything, stay positive, stay respectful, stay loving and caring and kind and compassionate, and yeah, just have a nice, you're up again, like I do think a lot of this is relating to my sleep. Like I was up, gone past midnight again. Get to bed a reasonable time, because when Monday comes and you go back to work, it's going to fuck you up. So start it now. You've only got a couple more days. You know, you're staying in bed later. You know, you're not getting out of bed till 9 o'clock now, whereas you're normally sat at work at 7:30. So maybe get up and do something. You get paid tomorrow afternoon, so you've got lots of stuff to do tomorrow. You've got the doctors tomorrow as well. But yeah, try it and get back into a bit of a routine. I think that's maybe what's throwing you a little bit. But that's it. I feel like I've kind of waffled a bit. But anyway, I'm going to go and just enjoy the rest of the evening. Sounds like the rain has started again. I can hear it, and the sun that was out has just literally, the room, I can sense it's gone slightly dark. So I'm going to snuggle down and maybe get my book out and start scribbling some stuff down. So I love you. I'm so proud of you. One day you will have someone who cannot wait to hear from you, and vice versa. Like, it will happen again, and it will be real, and you've learned now what you need to do and what to look out for, and you will find it. I was going to say I hope you find it. No, I know you'll find it. It's not possible for someone with a heart like yours to not experience what you want without question, just once in your lifetime. And I'm going to hang on to faith and hope that one day it will happen. And until then, you're just going to be an encyclopedia of questions, and you just need to start figuring out some answers. But yes, go write some shit down Enjoy your evening. I'm proud of you. Get all the other bits on your, you haven't ticked all the things off on your board today. And I know that when you got up and just went and had a look, you were like, oh shit, I haven't done that, and that. Get it done. Get it, because you do get a sense of achievement from that. So get out of here. Enjoy it. I love you. I'm proud of you. Do your nails. They're looking shit. And yeah, sending lots of energy out to all the people that are in my thoughts today. And yeah, I love you. And yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go now. So yeah, stay kooky.